Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Welcome, and here we go once again. So today I do know the title of today. Something to do with, no, it's not something to do with, it's called Vitamin B12 Fallacies to Truth. So, put myself in the frame a little bit better. So, there's a lot doing the rounds on the importance of B12. It's important. And today, as part of B12, I'll include iron. It shouldn't, but I will, because it is often interchangeably used as an importance in our well-being. So where it starts, B12 especially, and let's also use iron as the coexisting importance. We need to digest well and then absorb what we have digested, so the B12 to then be bioavailable. The body likes to hoard vitamin iron, so that's a little bit more complex. And the numbers, especially with iron, we don't know for sure how it all works, because the ranges are from under 20, as in from 20 to the stratosphere. You can get what's it called? Iron rusting, like a rusting effect on the physiology. I don't know, but people that have 600 plus levels of iron. So even with that range, it's quite. It indicates the non-understandability of iron and how we utilize, hoard iron and the like. So I won't hijack B12 with iron talk. So as I do often, and especially in recent sort of episodes, I've the last couple of dozen episodes, I've indicated that digestion and absorption is up the totem pole of importance of our health, not just taking supplements, the 90 declared essential micronutrients that I prescribe for the world, to utilize, even if you don't supplement, to utilize the micronutrients that are in the food that you're eating. We need to digest it. And the reason why I mentioned digestion is that digesting is very important to then release vitamin B12, to then have it bioavailable and to utilize it. I'm just going to turn this aircon off. Getting a bit warm. So the fallacies of just increase your meat intake or your protein intake, especially red meat, then your vitamin B12 levels will be fine. No, it doesn't mean that at all. You need to digest, and it feeds into my next episode on fermented food fallacies. So if you're not digesting, then the vitamin B12 isn't entering your system. Never mind the supplement part. So, as I always suggest, prescribe, increase your salt intake. If there's also a digestion like a HCl enabling bacteria, and there's a test that can be done for that. But the easiest way to increase your digestion is to increase your salt intake. How easy is that? And I've mentioned in many a time in the past that I have about around a little bit less, but around 2 ounces of salt per day. Don't be afraid of your salt. Doc Wallach would famously suggest salt to taste and then treble it. And that's pretty much my salt dose is to taste. That would indicate that you're micronutrient deficient. Shut up, it does not. It does not. So that's the first fallacy, is take more vitamin B sources and then you'll be right. No, you won't. Then comes supplementing. Even if you supplement with vitamin B12, which comes in usually a store-bought supplement of vitamin B12 comes in cyanocobalamin. Apparently they source that by skimming the top of human excrement at a sewage plant. If that's the case, so go for the methylcobalamin of the vitamin B12 supplements if you are going to supplement. And I've checked even in recent times, my longevity supplements are methylcobalamin in the B12 sort. There are products even in the longevity range where you get the cyanocobalamin. Maybe you'll get a little bit of extra B12 absorption with the cyanocobalamin, but not as much as the methylcobalamin B12. Okay. So the easiest part is to increase your salt intake. Then there's sodium. How about my sodium levels? Well, they'll sort themselves out once you are satiated with all the essential micronutrients. And this is where I need to indicate what I prescribe for the world, the regimen that we should be on, and that is the Health 44. So this is where I'll just quickly insert my spiel. Health happens when you do the 44. The first 4 of the 44 is take away 90+% of the supermarket, the glutens, the oils, sugars, nitrates, nitrites. And then you insert or add 4 classes of micronutrients, which makes up all the micronutrients that we require. There's 90 declared essential micronutrients. Those 4 categories of micronutrients are 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. Health happens if you digest it and then absorb it. And that comes with doing that first part of the 44. And how do you have a branding that incorporates eat more salt? You don't really, because that'll scare people away, won't it? And my next episode that I got planned with fermentation, how fermented foods, fallacy, that which is part of the whole digestion complex. Together with that Castle's intrinsic factor that breaks down that B12 to then be absorbed. That intrinsic factor will be available and functioning if you do the Health 44. It's there naturally on a standard American diet and the like, but not as much and not as well utilized. Okay, so that's the fallacy which feeds into other fallacies where you need to digest it. There's the intrinsic factor. How do you increase the acidity of your gastric juices to enable that breakdown of vitamin B12? Well, increase your salt intake. So the fallacies are all messed up with, I've got them in different spots. So the type of supplement I've covered: cyanocobalamin, no; methylcobalamin, yes. Increase salt intake to digest it. If you absorb all the micronutrients that we require, then there won't be any issues with the intrinsic factor, the castle's intrinsic factor to break down. It's not just vitamin B12, but other enzyme action and the like, because it takes quite a bit of energy to break down all those protein-based micronutrients. So it's not just the vitamin B12 that benefits, it's all the other micronutrients in that whole complex, with the minerals breaking down the iron and the like. So zinc feeds into that, breaking down zinc. So I think I've made my point. Fallacies and the remedies are right there. I've just told them. Do the Health 44 and you will be right with your vitamin B12 absorption. And if you supplement, you'll be right with all the other micronutrients being absorbed. Especially get off that gluten. You can have gluten if you know that your gastric juices are under 1.2, let's just say a pH of 1.0 and under. You can even have gluten, but it's not reliable, it's not dependable. Doing those tests, to do it daily, plus there's errors and all that sort of thing. Just get off the gluten, which is easier, and I suggest, and I've been doing for the last 6 months, get off grains from time to time. Rice and corn, quinoa, okay, but no, we don't need grains, but we do need the proteins and the other micronutrients found in the vegetables and the fruit and the like. But the overweight of sugar content in fruit, I'm effectively down to nil fruit intake. Probably 1 or 2 serves in an entire year, which is effectively nil, together with the vegetables. So that's my personal disclosure. That's all I had to say to make my point today, without too many dead minutes. Some would say all your minutes are dead. Well, I'll just turn up to your grave before me then. So until the next time, bye bye.